Well, let me see. I'm live now. I'm live. Good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. This is Texas Biker Radio. I didn't push the go live button, but what I want to say to you is Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope your families had as good a time today as mine did, gathering with each other, having dinner with each other, having family fun, exchanging gifts and all that stuff. Because I guarantee you we did here in Texas. You could see it. You could see it all week. You could see all kinds of stuff. You could see people in the malls. The parking lot was full. The highways were full. They may not be flying, but they are driving. And so here we go, guys. Here we go. You know what? I'm sorry I ate up about 15 minutes there talking to nobody. I should have caught it from you guys' comments. But let me get started. I mean, let's start out with the stimulus and ominous bill. Many people are saying, hey, that $600 out there, that was a trap for Trump. They knew he wouldn't accept that. And so, you know, and for whatever reason, yeah, he didn't accept that. But what that did, everybody, that exposed the Congress. Now, yeah, here we go, guys. Here we go. Everybody has seen how crooked, how filthy they are on both sides when they do this kind of crap. They've had all year long to get this stuff done, months and months and months, but yet they push it off to the end of the year. They push it off to the end of the year where they have just hours to get the bill out of there and then vote on it, knowing they vote on it knowing they haven't read it. They don't know what's in it. How many times do we have to see this again and again and again to know that we've got to get rid of those bastards? And that's the truth of it. This has to stop. This has to stop. Now, if they boosted the payout to the people from $600 to $1,200 to $2,000 as the president asked for, even if they do that. Now, he may sign that. But let me say to you, that crap stops right here. Because some of my grandkids asked me today, the ones that are teenagers like and stuff, they said, well, who pays for this? And I said, you're going to pay for it, and your children are going to pay for it. That's who's going to pay for it. They keep doing this. And eventually, the interest is going to be higher than the money we bring in. It's what's going to happen. And it'll all collapse. I mean, I do remember the days when we had, the interest rates on buying a home were up above 18%. Yeah, think of that. Think of that. This home that we've lived in here for 30 years, over 30 now, we were lucky to get it at 10% interest. Now, we made the mistake of refinancing this house 2 times, and when you do that, you start all over, basically. You can start over with another 30-year loan, which is wrong to do, or you can start over with a 15-year loan. Just saying, everybody. You can tell the houses around here that were built back in those days. You can tell them because they have tiny garages. Yeah, you can barely fit your car into the garage. without breaking off a mirror. And what happened to those homes? Let me tell you. When things started getting down, the interest rates started getting low, after Carter was gone, interest rates started getting low. What they do, they couldn't sell those houses. So what they did, they bought new ones and let the others go back. That's what happened. That's what happened. So, Crystal, I'm fixing to tell you about the updates on the bombing in Tennessee. Hang in there. Hang in there. So that's what's happened. Look, this kind of mess by the Congress has got to stop. If Trump goes ahead and signs the $2,000 stimulus package, and along with the omnibus bill, which we don't think he should, we think he needs to hold out, getting rid of more of the pork that's going to foreign countries, and having a item 230 put into the bill that deals with these internet companies. That's what I'm saying. He needs to tell them that and just send it back again. And so we'll see what they do. We'll see what happens. But if he signs it, it's up to us, the next election cycle, to get rid of these people, and we need to let them know it. You need to be making phone calls tomorrow to your federal representatives in the Congress. You need to be calling them tomorrow and tell them you've had it with that kind of mess. You've had it. And I promise you, I will be doing just that. Just that. So I'll take the lead on it. I may even record the phone call. We'll see. It'll be fun. So here we go, everybody. The latest on the bombing. I just checked it out a few minutes ago. Law enforcement now is telling us that they have found some remains inside that RV. Yeah. They think somebody was inside it. Now, it's just tissue that's left because that was one hell of an explosion. And they haven't told us yet what the explosion, the materials consisted of. You know, was it fertilizer? Was it this or was it that? Or did they even give a damn that they would find out? But hopefully, if it is human remains, we can get some DNA off of it and find out who it was. And then also maybe find out what the message was. I mean, there's more questions right now than there is answers, which is typical of an early investigation. And today we had all the talking heads up there. You know how they get. Here comes the mayor. Here comes the police. Here comes the FBI. Here comes the ATF. All of them again and again and again. So everybody's got to get their time in front of the camera. Remember Waco? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And of course, now we're trying to figure out just, was this a shot across the bow? Is what we're saying. Do you believe this might be a shot across the bow? You know, President Trump asked people to show up January 6th in Washington, D.C. Now, Washington, D.C. is an expensive place to visit. Probably it's right next or right behind San Francisco. It's one of the most expensive places to get a hotel. So I would figure that a lot of people on the Eastern Shore, people that are within driving distance, will show up in RVs. Find them a place to dock. Find them maybe a boondocket. That's what they call when you go to a place on a road, a shopping center, wherever that will allow it, and you just boondock and you're running off your generators and the own RV's resources. I have one, yeah. And so, you know, is it that kind of deal? I feel it's just adding to the chaos. That's what this is designed to do. Whether it's left wing, right wing, whatever kind of wing, buffalo wings, you know, it's just more chaos. Just more chaos is all it is. I don't think it's the NFAC, any of those types. They don't have the brains to do this. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. But look, there was a phone call to the police department this morning, and they told them, they said, hey, look, there's been shots fired downtown. Get down there quick. And so they get down there and they hear this RV and this broadcasting is going to blow up in 15 minutes. Well, the police swing into action, the local police, and start knocking on doors trying to get people the heck out of Dodge. And for what we understand, 3 people have been injured. There was no death in this thing besides maybe the piece of meat that's inside the RV. And at that point, we don't know whether that person was actually in the RV as the culprit, or was it somebody that had the RV, they were killed, and then it was used. In other words, this is a ruse. The person in the RV was not the perpetrator, maybe the owner of the RV. Just what I'm saying there. That's just a scenario. This is a possibility among many. There's more, like I said, more questions than answers. And then you go, well, who was the damn target? Who was the target? Was it law enforcement, being as they called them down there? Well, if that's the case, why in the hell broadcast is going to blow up? This attack was not meant to hurt anybody. This attack was not meant for maximum damage. Yeah, it messed up those buildings. But just think about it. This was on a Christmas morning. Nobody was downtown. Everybody was asleep. The only people who were downtown were people that lived there. But I do not believe this was an attack on them, although they may have been trying to get max damage out of the buildings like they did in Oklahoma. Just saying, everybody. But I mean, who do we trust, everybody? Who do we trust? The FBI is on the scene, the local police is on the scene, Homeland Security, the ATF, all the entities that we know that have been compromised by the deep state. Just off of their actions over the last 4 years. Who do we trust? Who the hell can we trust? The answer to that question is not many, because the only person out there really working for this country is Donald J. Trump, the president. He's the only one that's out there working for us among the people that are in his close circle. And not all of them are on board, as we're finding out. So now what we're saying to you is keep your head on a swivel. We've already been asking you to do this, to be ready. Be ready for anything. And we know, or we heard, we don't know for sure, it was on Twitter where Barack Obama people felt he sent out a coded message the other day using that, I think that lady's name is Stacey Abrams, a picture of her in it. Now, we went looking for it. We couldn't find it. Using her as as a picture along with the message. And they do believe that, it was a deal telling his minions to get ready. Now, the one thing I do believe is these people that we pay to watch everything that goes on and to protect this country, they know something. They monitor all the phone calls in this country. They monitor all the internet in this country. They monitor all the emails in this country. They have to know something. And you have to be extremely good at staying outside of those realms. But I promise you, those people can't keep their mouths shut. They can't keep their mouths shut to each other. And a lot of things that we think are secure are not. Are not. So in the coming days, heading toward January 6th, we'll see if these kind of attacks increase. We'll see what in the hell's going on. We'll find out more and more as this goes along. And let's hope the people that are paid to protect this country can get off their asses and get the job done instead of hiding things. So, nobody was ready for this on Christmas Day, but it all makes sense, guys. It really does. It makes sense that it was on Christmas Day. It makes sense of the location. Tennessee is full of patriots. Nashville, home of country music. Yeah, it makes sense. It really does. Yeah, they have some liberals there. Yeah. But if you listen to their music, it's a whole different picture. That's what I'm saying. We see everything that's going on out there, like the COVID thing. Now they're talking about different strands of the COVID that are more dangerous. That's an effort to keep fear going. As the nation says, hey, we're not going to take this anymore. We're going to defy your orders. That's happening here in Texas. It should happen in California, and I know it is. I know it's happening overseas. The British have had it. It should be happening in New York. We have been hoodwinked every step of the way, not only over the COVID virus. Now, it is a virus. It's dangerous. That's right. But it is not as dangerous as any other virus that goes on in this world today. And yeah, there's different strands of it, variations of it, just like there is with the flu. And what the two strands they're talking about, one comes out of South Africa, the other one's coming out of Europe, out of the UK. But as you heard on our China virus survivors page, where I announced to everybody, hey, I did some reading on it, some research on it. The scientists will tell you there's been, since March, there has been 4,000 different variations of the China virus. 4,000. And now they're screaming about two that they claim is 50% more contagious, is what they're saying. We've got to question everything we're being told, especially anything that comes from the mainstream media, which I have tuned out totally. I don't watch any news, CBS, NBC, CNN, any of those people that I know have lied to us for 4 years, and now they continue to lie. So here we go, everybody. Here we go. It's up to you to do something about it. It's up to you to turn it off and tell your spouses to turn it off. Tell your children to turn it off and find other resources. Those that are looking for the truth, those that are doing real journal investigations. That's what we need. That's what we need. Now, Donald Trump, as far as the election goes, he has several different paths. You know, he's been trying to do this through the Supreme Court. He's trying to get their cases heard, and he's having one hell of a time because all these judges have been compromised. They've either been compromised or they've been threatened. One or the other. This does not and should not happen because they've got the goods. They've got the goods. They've got the evidence. And one way or the other, this is going to come to a head. One way or another, it is. And when it does, we're going to see actions out of the other side that we will not comprehend. You've got to get the public ready. Get them ready for about what's about to happen. Which side are they going to be on? They're going to be on the side of the Constitution? They're going to be on the side of the patriots? Or are they going to be on the side of socialists/communists? It's that simple. Good versus evil. It's that simple. And so we will be ready. We will be locked and loaded for anything that might happen. And we would say to law enforcement, you'd better take care of this, or we will. We will. We will do what we have to do to protect our families, to protect our properties, to protect our neighbors. We will do what we have to do. If these people get out of control. As far as I'm concerned, myself, I would just as soon see them go their own way, peacefully. They want to form another country, those 5 states or 15 or how many ever they are, be my guest. Screw the hell out of your people, but quit screwing the hell out of us, all of us. Is what I'm saying, because that's exactly what they were talking about doing if they don't get their way. And to that, I would say adios. Adios, everybody. Let them go. Let them go. We'll keep what we have. We'll keep our Constitution. And you can take all of those thugs with you. Is what I would be saying. So here we go. It's going to get interesting. If we get kicked off at YouTube, you can go to our website, texasbikerradio.org. We will be there. We will be on MeWe. We will be on several other different deals. We'll probably have our IT guy and communications guy, our national guy, Mel, OG, and we'll probably have him on one night, Chuck, and have him talk about the different places that we found out that will still be there for you if a blackout comes. And we're ready to help get the word out there. Get the word out there. And you know, it helps when you like and share our videos. That's what makes us grow. We are glad to help out. We've been doing this for years. Not only for bikers, but for the general public. We can do both. We can help each other. We can help each other. We'll point out the tyranny. We'll point out the transgressions, whether it's government, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's the judicial. We've been battling this stuff for years, and let me tell you, there's plenty of things wrong with the judicial part of our government, and you've seen it. You have seen it now for 4 years. And the question is, are you tired of it, and are you going to let it continue? I, for one, say no. No. And like I said, if you can't make it to D.C. on January 6th, we need to organize. We need to do events all across the country on January 6th and tell everybody we've had it. We need to tell the politicians we've had it. You know, everybody thinks it's their guy is not responsible. But let me tell you, collectively, oh hell yes, they are. And here recently, a lot of them have identified themselves. I would say Lindsey Graham, who fist bumped Kamala Harris. What the hell was that all about? Mitch McConnell, who's betrayed us all. What the hell is that all about? The list runs on and on. We'll gather them up. That's what we'll do. We're ready to take action when it's necessary. And I would think we're getting really, really close to it. Like I said, all this is coming to a head. It's coming to a head soon. Soon. Maybe in about 10 days. Maybe sooner. Maybe this was the first salvo. This bombing today. Don't know yet. I hope we find out soon. I hope these government entities like the FBI do their damn job. I hope they weren't part of it. Let me say this. We do not and should not trust the CIA to do anything. Because crap like this election that just happened, they've been doing for years in other countries. And part of that stimulus package, or the omnibus package, has to do with meddling in other countries' business. Yeah. Think about that for a while. You know, go find out what's in that bill, the omnibus bill. Take a look at it. We'll post some links for it tomorrow where you can go read what's in it, where you understand it a little bit better. So you can know that if that thing passes, we're all going to be paying for it. Your children are going to be paying for it. Your grandchildren are going to be paying for it. Now, we can hyperinflate ourselves out of debt. That's no good for anybody. It is not. And right now, who's been in the way of that? Of hyperinflation? Donald J. Trump. He's in the way of everything they want to do. It's the very reason they're fighting so hard to get rid of him. It's the very reason we see this stuff going on, the threats. The government and bureaucrats and the Antifa types and all of them telling us to sit down and shut up. It's over. It's over. Oh, hell no, not it's over. It's not over. No. We've still got some bullets to fire. Is what we have. With that, everybody, like I said, I hope your family had a great Christmas. I hope 2021 is even better. And I do believe it will be. Because what may happen here is Donald J. Trump will be reelected. And then we go to work on the deep state. And we need to make sure that happens. And one way that's going to happen is the next election cycle, we do not forget and we do a clean sweep of those who are not in jail. But I have a feeling that this is going to get real good. And this is going to get wild. It's like I said the other day, it's going to be a wild ride, everybody. A wild ride. With that, this is Butch Popeye Moss, Texas Biker Radio. We'll be back Tuesday night, OG and I in studio. And by then, we'll know more about this bombing. We'll know more of where everything is going on. And we'll be getting closer to that day, January 6th. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Pass the word to your friends. Share our videos. You know, the link usually comes on to the videos about 8 to 10 hours, or maybe the day before. Be looking for that. I know some of the people came came in early. And they said, well, we didn't see the live feed. Well, yeah, you wouldn't. It didn't start till 9:30. And it didn't even start then because I didn't press the go live button. That's my bad. I got excited. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.